revolution. Bookmarklets on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check. Complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Informant podcast. I'm Pistol Pete from Stockholm. This evening I have with me Jennifer, the Mafia Wars Loot Lady, and
Hello.
Jana, Make Death by Gucci. What's going on, ladies?
Not a whole lot, just recovering from Thanksgiving Day weekend.
Did you actually end up doing anything, or you just, like you said, it was going to be another day?
Well, I didn't think we were going to do anything, and I laughed, and we ended up eating dinner at a casino, just like Jana said. So
We had a slew of food. We ate more than we should have, for sure.
well, everybody does on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Now, you eat a lot more if you go to a buffet, I imagine, but even if you are a vegetarian, you don't have turkey on Turkey Day.
But I have my turkeys from Mafia Wars.
Yeah.
I felt complete until they were all stolen.
Yep.
What about you, Jana?
We had the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. It was kind of awesome. I actually made other food as well, but my son did all of his fruits and carrots and crackers, and he was in heaven, so he was happy. It was good. We watched football and parades, so it was good. I don't have any family here, so that's kind of a drag, but it was good nonetheless with the kids. So
I'm trying to think what we've got going on at Stockholm. There's not been a whole lot. We're still struggling just to see if we can figure out another way to resurrect the Lincolnator.
I still see people posting links. Do they not know?
Some people still have the old gifting system, and they rely on the links.
Yeah.
Because they're limited to sending 35 gifts a day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've had a lot of people ask me what they could do to get more links, because the Getinator obviously isn't picking up as many as they may have been used to.
And there's
But go ahead.
well, and I was going to say too, and there's some people that are attempting to create links, but then what's ended up happening is they're creating these, these pig errors with this DF98 error code in it, which means that it's not a valid gift link.
Did you see their new pig error message?
Yeah,
There's
about
a
the
new
third
pig?
party.
Well, it's the same pig, but usually it says something went wrong, and now it says the link you tried to click is from a third-party tool. It's kind of funny.
Or does it say it may be, or does it say it is? I'm not
I
sure,
don't
but
know.
I did notice it.
Well, it probably needs to say it may be, because there were people manually creating their own links long before any of the third-party scripts created links. As far as we know at this point, I don't think anybody has figured out a way to manually create their own links, because they've changed so much with the gifting system and new codes, and everything has to run through the ZMC. So
It says the gift link you clicked is invalid because it was likely created by a third-party tool that does not support recent changes to the Mafia Wars gifting system.
Wah wah.
But I did notice it doesn't say we don't support the tools.
yeah, it is kind of
The
funny,
tools
isn't it?
don't support, yeah.
Yeah, but we're
Well,
okay
'cause-
with it. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, because so many people think this was done intentionally to stop the cheaters or whatever.
Or
But-
so called.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't see getting links as
And it's
it's made it harder to find things that, such as the mini energy packs. And, I don't know how to go without that actually now, because I don't get the regular energy. So
right.
I guess
Have
I
you
opened.
contacted customer support about that?
Well, I had a customer support person, and I won't name names, that was at one of my meetups that knew about it. And so, but it's fixable. But at the time, I didn't really want it fixed. So
Right.
I left it alone. But now I guess it has to be fixed. I don't know.
I'll make a blog post about it and expose.
Don't do that. You're in enough trouble.
I'm not in any trouble. Just a select few of people are mad at me.
I'm not
because
mad at you.
I exposed a major glitch that has been going on for over a year.
And I knew nothing about it, so I don't know why
Most
you didn't
people
let some of
didn't.
us know.
Well, unless you knew someone with a Manhattan account that didn't max, if once you fought the boss on your own and killed him, then it would no longer work. So the people that
Right.
had these accounts knew what they were doing. You just don't ever kill the boss, and then your friends can help you an unlimited amount of time a day and get, each time they do, get over 800 experience points.
And how
So
many people had these types of accounts?
I don't know. It's a very small number because for a very limited time frame, they were offering Manhattan to a small percentage of new accounts. So not many, and from what I hear, they became valuable on the black market, and people that didn't know any better were selling them because that they just didn't know.
Well, that's like when they have those job glitches. If you never finished the Ruby level in some of the, I think it was in Vegas, then all of a sudden you can be doing these jobs over and over again and getting god awful experience and stuff like that. And
There's always something that somebody finds.
yeah,
It's never me because I just don't put as much thought into it as a lot of people.
well, and that's a challenge for Zynga, is that whatever, anytime you introduce code, there's always potential for someone to try to find a way around the
And that's the fun of it for
the
some
average
of those type of
functionality.
people,
Yeah.
is finding that trick.
And don't be mistaken, there's plenty of glitches out there that aren't well published, and I only post them when I see other people posting it on fan pages and in my news feeds, because by then the word is out.
Right.
And the person who told me about this Manhattan thing was somebody that kind of got screwed out of something relating to it, and they wanted it to get out. So if I hadn't made that post, that person could have just called and reported it. So that was going to get fixed anyways. And it shouldn't be up to us to be the code police where we tell them there's something wrong with their code.
Right.
I'm sure they make enough money where they should be able to do that themselves, but they don't play the game, so they wouldn't know.
I heard they took a picture from you or something. What was that?
Oh, no, that was just something funny. They just used one of my images on their blog, which is totally fine.
Right.
It was just funny because I used to write for their blog, so
I know.
they have plenty of images I took, and the images are in game, so the copyright and all that belongs to them anyways.
Right.
I just kind of laugh. A lot of people take my images and put them on there, and most people will reference it and say image from wherever you got it, and some people will do that without realizing that, well, there's a timer on this picture, so you can kind of prove where it came from. We've caught people doing that before, and we laughed at them.
Oh, I know. It's always funny.
If there's a unique identifier on the image, you could always trace it back from the original source.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of laughed. I thought it was cute.
Yeah, that is funny. There's some things I think you should be able to account for that you do to help people that you don't.
And even participating in a boss fight, it's family related. You should get more points.
I agree with that too.
And they have one of the options is collect a crime spree gift. Well, they pulled those off, so they should remove that option and put something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or even family, they want us to do these family battles. Well, why not say if you do a family battle, you get 5 helper points.
Right. But the slots do help. If you go through and do as many slots as you can, with or without loose slots, it's a good way to finish that part of it.
Yeah, because you can get 60 points a day because you get 3 points for every person you help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can help 20 a day.
Right.
But if you're active in sending out gifts, you're going to be getting at least that many back. So I've been trying to do that more.
Well, this new gifting makes that a lot easier too.
Yeah.
So, although mine just seems to be filled with battle rejections.
No one wants to go to battle with Meg.
There's occasional people that want to, but just occasionally I look at it and it's like the whole thing. I think I have 60 gifts and half of that are rejections.
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't put those in the ZMC because they take up a spot. So they're hogging up places that real gifts could
Yeah,
be.
that I could be having something there.
And
Well-
there should be something in the family module itself.
Well, and another step with that too is it's not so bad that it's there, but the
Uh-huh.
problem is when you click on it, it takes you to your family battle page and then takes you all the way away from your ZMC,
I know. You should.
And
when
and then
you
you
hit
have to go all the way
acknowledge-
back again.
Yeah.
When you hit acknowledge, it should post to their war page or something. Mig has acknowledged that you have rejected their challenge.
Or same with the boss fights. If somebody starts a boss fight, you get a message about it in the ZMC.
Yeah.
You know, my family does a ton of boss fights. So if I'm not online for, 8 hours, I'm going to have like all these battle requests, or not battle,
Well,
family boss fights
Yeah.
Right.
that are already over. So why can't they disappear when they're over?
Yeah.
Right.
And it just hogs up spots where real gifts are going to get missed.
Mhm.
Yep. And if they're limited it to 100, you want all those slots you can possibly have available.
They grinched us.
Or they just
Yeah.
need to up that limit from 100 to even 200, ideally 500.
Right.
Because we have 500 Mafia.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
501.
501.
Well,
Don't leave out that one person.
The one is you, so you can't send yourself a gift.
I always do. Oh, Mafia Wars.
Right. But when you say 501, the
Yeah.
one is yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. You are right.
When you're right, you're right.
And speaking of helping your Mafia, these limited time upgrade properties, you can only help 5 times a day. And that's ridiculous. Because I have so many problems with people wanting, they click on your link to help. And then they say, will you please come to my wall and click on mine? Well, if you've already done your 5 for the day, you can't. So why are we limited to helping only 5 people? Now, you could help the same person 5 times as well, but you can only send a part to somebody 5 times a day.
The wonderful
Oh.
feed expired message.
Oh,
Well-
yeah. Lovely.
That's something different.
I know, but it's, I'm just saying that it's the same another annoyance about the whole thing, that if I post to my wall, then why can't I mean, I know why, because they want all these feed posts to go to the, Spamfest 2012, but it's just like, yeah, why can't that feed last longer than just that one level or the first 4 people that post to it or whatever it is?
It's as soon, if you are ready to upgrade, that feed is going to tell people that you have all the parts you need. And that's how it's always been. Is if you have enough parts, then nobody can send you more, but it's nice and it tells you, oh, they already have enough.
Right.
Well, now what's happening is there's no carryover. Like, say you upgrade to level 2, that same request is no longer valid and you'll get the feed expired. You have to go and make a new one. So it really kind of screws you on the first few levels. You get 6 parts per request,
Right.
assuming that your 6 Mafia help you.
Right.
So if you only need 3 parts to get to the next level, you're not going to get all 6. And you have to go make a new one. Unfortunately, we have the mission crew link to do that, but it's causing a lot of confusion.
Yep.
Because people are assuming they're broke because we just had a glitch where they were broke for real. So the feeds aren't broke, they just expire upon upgrade.
Right.
I spent a lot of time testing that out the other day with a couple different accounts at various levels. So when you get to like level maybe 5 on up, you're not going to notice it as much because you're going to need to make a couple requests. But I wouldn't waste the individual parts where you get to pick a part and make a post every 8 hours. If you only need, like, say you need 2 more of those parts, don't use that request. Save it for when you're at the beginning of the next level, because then you'll get 6 of that one part.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the any parts kind of fill up from left to right. So
Yep.
they'll fill the first slot, then go to the second. Only 6. You're only going to, the most you can get from any post is 6.
Yep.
Well, how did you do with the Black Friday event? I'm guessing you got it all.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well,
Death Stalker.
I wanted as many Death Stalkers as I could get.
And
Now,
how have you done?
Well, if you look at it just for the cheapest way to get it, you could buy boosts. But as we all know and have experienced, boosts are useless. And I just think people that don't really know the game would buy those because they're not really worth it. So the best thing to do is buy crate.